Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today's shave is LA Shaving Company Bespoke #1 soap and the Envoy? Envoy. It is the Rex Envoy. I had to cheat and look at my note. Razor today. And so, we'll get what's going on. I will let you know that I've already washed my face. I've already whipped up the soap, but we'll take a quick peek. First of all, I wanted to show you the inside of the soap. I don't always show you all that. It is a very woodsy smell. I don't know if you can tell, the camera will pick it up. I'm trying to hold it. Light's right above here. I'm just trying to hold it so this, but the sheen, I'm not sure if you can see all the red in there. But they said it's a French red clay in that. And this was actually developed for charity. I forget what the charity was, but basically that's where this came from. They developed it for that. But it is full of a lot of essential oils. So it has like the following here. Let me get my glasses on so I can read it all. There's a list. It is a vegan soap. It's a complex and earthy is what they describe the scent, and I agree that it is very earthy sweetness to it. The essential oils of like vetiver and amber and clove and pepper and bergamot, patchouli, cedar. Then it has vanilla and anise extracts and labdanum. I can never say that word right. Absolute. So yes, and it retails for, say, $21.99 for the full size container. I forgot if it's 3.5, 4 ounces, but usual size stuff, that type of thing. And then the Rex Envoy razor I've had, and the base model of this at full retail is like $150, and then depending on the polish or gold plating and all that. I actually got this at Christmas time, and I upped the ante to the polished version. But like at Christmas time, there was a 50% discount, so it kind of like paid the difference. So it's like I paid for the base model, but I got the polished model. So yes, that's why mine's all shiny, and I paid $150 for it. So that's what that goes for. It is a 3-piece razor. I'm just taking it out just to show you what's the blade. I forgot blade I'm using today. Just a standard 3-piece razor. I like to take it off the edges, and that is the Gillette Silver Blue, my favorite blade. Of course, the little bars. Let's see, you can see how it attaches there, how it holds in place. And I'll show you that, it's countersunk where the handle goes in. So yes, I don't use a gasket for this because it's not really scratching a basic base. It goes right up into there a little bit. Snug it up good. There we go. Double check it, make sure that it's even on both sides. Yes, it is. So not a lot of exposure to the blade and not a lot of gap either. So it's a little bit lighter that way. Extremely smooth razor. One of my top 2 smooth razors is this one. Really is very smooth, very enjoyable razor. I've only got a day's growth. I know normally I have a 2 days growth, but my schedule is a little wacky this week. So yeah, just a day's growth. It is scraggy. I have a very thick beard. But it's gray, so you can't tell. So or white, whatever it is, whatever the color is. But so I've been jabbing on here for a few minutes. Face feels like it's drying out, so I'm just gonna put some water on it. There we go. I like to start with a damp face. And they say I have already washed my face. And of course the soap whips up really well. I did 2 shakes and a squeeze, getting the water out of the brush after I pulled it out of the sink, out of my synthetic brush here. And I didn't have to add any more water. It just took off, and I can't tell. This is more volume of soap than average. I'll put it that way. It really is a lot of soap in here for the given amount of soap I put in. And yes, I put a heavy almond size in there. I'm a little generous on the almond size too when I'm, recording this for you guys to see. I always like to make sure I get plenty of soap for whipping it up. When you're not watching, I'm more miserly. It's almond at best size. Very nice scent. It is an earthy scent. Light, but lightly woodsy. It's earthy, but not overly woodsy. I don't mind them when they are, but the scent is to me is a little stronger. It's probably at least out of us 1 to 10. It's probably 4 to 5 anyway. It's to me it's substantial. The scent is substantial sitting here on my face, and even off the puck there, a little sample puck. It was generous. And the amount of scent you get off it. So yes, very nice. And it's probably the last of the woodsy type scents you're going to see from me for a while because, yeah, we're almost to May now. It is the South. It chilled down this week. Well, for the South, it chilled down. It was like 60s this week. I know, you're thinking, poor baby. I know. but yeah, so it cooled, but it's starting to warm up again now. So yeah, so it'll be more lighter, fruitier, sweeter scents probably going forward. I didn't show you that. I put the soap on. I didn't show you that. I meant to show you this. So this is my last samples that I had. And of course, as usual, this sample I used just got my one scoop out with my trusty little spoon here. Got the one sample out with that, and then this goes into a pile with the previous samples that I use every Saturday to show you, and they will be given away, you know, at such time that I feel like having a raffle. So yeah, that'll have. But so I got my latest samples here from Maggers, like usual. I cut the seal, but I didn't pull out the packaging, so we get. Oh, it's wrapped up in this. It's all wrapped up in the paper. All right, let me put this on the counter so I don't drop it. And here we go. So here's the next 6 soaps. Give you a quick peek. Won't go into detail, but yes, that'll be the next 6 soaps, and they are more what I call summery type scents. Definitely more, you know, fruity, that type of thing. So with that, let me warm up the razor here now. Is that on? Yep, that's on. Sorry, just double checking, make sure my light was on. Okay, warm the razor up. Pass 1 is with the grain. This razor is such a pleasure to use. It is so smooth. And I'm see, it's right up there with the Timeless razor as far as smoothness. It is smooth. So if you're looking for a looking for a smooth razor, yeah, you really want to smooth. Yeah, look at those two. So the Rex Envoy and the Timeless, either one of those, you will not be disappointed in the smoothness of the shave. And there we go. Now, I will tell you, Steve, I did, you know, upgrade this to the polished steel version versus the, you know, the matte finish. And I like a variety of finishes. I felt like, especially because it was a deal. So that was the thing that, for me, I pulled the trigger and got the polished one. But does it make a difference in your shave? Can you tell the difference? For me personally, no, not really. As far as the finish goes, I really can't tell you that it's so much smoother because it's polished. Honestly, I can't tell you that myself. I just did the polish because I wanted a polished razor. That's why I did it. But when I get like the brass or bronze razors, I don't like those polished at all. I like those to patina and all that, so why waste the money on a polish? In fact, I'm kind of waiting because I know that I'm interested in the Blackland razor. I forget which model it is. Their basic 3-piece razor, but they've stopped doing the brass as a normal production run, so they're only going to release it every now and again. So kind of what I'm waiting for. Kind of waiting for that to come out again, because I think I got my head set that I would really like to have the brass version of that. There we go. Pass 2, of course, is across the grain. Light touch, you don't need much. And this razor, of course, being stainless steel, but it's got the shorter handle. I opted for, they have a longer handle version too if you want. I just prefer shorter handles. Just my preference. Not the heaviest razor I've used for sure. It's definitely it's stainless steel, so yeah, it's got some heft to it, but not as much as some I own. So if you don't like really heavy razors, yeah, this isn't really overly heavy. It really isn't. It's got heft. You know you're holding a razor in your hand, a metal razor, but it's not like overbearingly so. but it's got the weight I like for the weight of the razor on the face for gliding along, being smooth. I've never seen, or not seen, but I've never tried an aluminum razor that could be as smooth as this, just because it's so lightweight. I just haven't come across it yet, and that especially includes that AL13 razor, whatever that Henson. Yeah, no. And I'm not bad mouthing the Henson. It's just for my taste, it's too light and it's too mild for me. I haven't, but I know that they have a more aggressive version. But I was so unimpressed with the original one that I really got to try that razor before I want to spend money on it for their more aggressive razor. And I know there are people who absolutely love that razor because that's really all they need. So yeah, if it floats your boat, then hey, go for it. And that's why I say, I tell you what my tastes are, but that doesn't mean that I say your tastes are right. It's not. No, it's personal taste. It's you use what you want to use. Like, I'm going to stop you. All right, pass 3 is against the grain. In fact, I want somebody who does really enjoy the Henson razor to tell me about it. Post something in the comments. I want to hear about it. And I'm just curious too, is it available overseas? I see it heavily marketed here in the US, but is it overseas? Anybody not in America heard of the Henson razor? Just tell me if you even heard of it if you're in another country. I'm curious. Oh, got a little nick right there. Didn't feel it, but yeah, I see it's there. There we go. Yep, very nice, very nice. I'm almost sad because it's the last day of the week that I'm going to be using this razor. I switched for tomorrow for a different razor. I'm trying to get in the habit of using the razor for a week before I show you. It lets me help me develop my thoughts for that week about the razor, what I think of it, performance of the soap, all that stuff. Well, the soap I can't tell you because yes, I'm only using it one day. Okay, for buffing pads, I'm just going to use water. The soap was very nice. Really enjoyed the soap. And then the marketing stuff, when I was on LA Shaving Soap's website this morning, it did say there was a note about holding being equal to a tallow-based soap. That was what their marketing said. And yes, I do have a preference for tallow-based soaps. I do. I have an affinity for them. But obviously, I use a lot of non-tallow-based soaps too. So I'd say I probably use half and half, or maybe even more. I think there's more vegan stuff out there, so probably I'm using really more vegan soaps. But post-shave feel to me is where you can really tell a tallow-based soap. And to the point so much where I've shown it a few times too. Yeah, I actually use tallow on my face as well. So especially on my nose, it's healing up my nose very well, but my nose is looking a lot better than it's looked in, better part of a year once I started using that. But let me pause here, wash up. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. So now that I've washed my face off with a warm washcloth and I've washed off, whoops, I didn't wash off the razor yet. Do that real quick here. And then dry that, I grab it by the handle and towel. Well, you can see, here we go. This is how I dry off my razor afterwards. So I rinse it off, give it a couple of taps to get rid of any excess water on the inside. and give it a light little wiping to, you know, just kind of clean up the shininess of that metal cap. So it looks nice again. So yes, that's the Envoy razor from Rex. So yeah, that's the little 3-inch, 3 1/4 inch handle, whatever it is there too, but plenty of grip too. I didn't mention that too, but easy to grip that type of pseudo knurling they have on there. And I put that up here on my tray, top of the cabinet above the toilet. So there we go, there's that. Now, of course, turning on the cold water tap, because I want to do 2 splashes of cold water. Help close everything up here, so let me do that. There we go. And of course the alum stick. And yes, I like this one so much that I have actually bought a replacement for this already. So I've got exactly the same thing to replace this with when this finally wears out. But of course, you know, I've been using this for the last couple of years or whatever, and it lasts a long time. It really does. So you don't have to worry about this thing. This is probably the most economical thing in shaving you can buy is an alum stick. Alum block, whatever you want to call it. There we go. A little bit of stinging here and there. Got a little spot there and a little there. Actually right here too. Even though I didn't feel it or see anything. So just a couple of little minor little stingy spots. So yes, even off a very smooth razor, yes. But yes, it's such a pleasure to use that razor. It really is, because it's just a smooth, effortless, don't have to think about it shave. It just goes. And yes, I get a little sick, myself a little nicked here, because yeah, I was on autopilot the whole shave. I really had to think about it too much. It just went, and it's so close. I mean, yes, it's only a 1-day growth, but it's such a close shave. This, in my time, they're just tied for top place as far as smoothness and closeness of shave. They just really are. I'm just very impressed. Very pleased with that shave. I'm going to say I really enjoy that razor. So yeah, it definitely has 2 thumbs up from me, definitely. So if you're on the fence about it, yeah. And then just to entice you, at the Razor Emporium website, yes, they have a 4 payment plan on that razor too you can get to. So yeah, it makes it real enticing, I know. So yep, and of course I'm just wearing an old T-shirt. You can't tell my jeans are all covered in paint because I'm wearing my painting jeans, because after I finish the shave, I'm going to the master bath to give you an update on my remodel. I'm painting the walls finally today. It took me a month just to get the wall, especially that sink wall, up to snuff. When I pulled the mirror, it was just in horrible shape. That's all smooth now. Hopefully smooth as glass. We'll see when I put the first coat of paint on it, if it's how good it is. But yeah, so that is today. Painting is today. And if all goes well, then new floor will be next weekend. So then after that, it really speeds along. So we shall see. And with that, go with God.